could be taking control, yeah.
Oh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Dylan. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully each and every single one of you are feeling fun, fantastic. Today we're joined by the one and the only Tanya.
Hi!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, after what we had just witnessed, we watched it. I didn't see it live at the time, but I have seen the full test match itself. Tanya just witnessed day 5 highlights and we explained to her everything that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be a further demonstration, guys, who the true Australians are and why Australians are so lovable. Because we lose the test match, but yet we show... Well, I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it shows. But Australian fans' reaction on India win, okay? And it's got a love heart, so I dare say this is going to be good, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And I know from Australians, from friends that live in Australia, well, the friends that I do have, the ones that are having backstab. Anyway, the ones that I do have, they explained to me that they're happy for India as well. So I'm very intrigued to see what this one is about. Now, this is Sri Harsha cricket, where a guy, I do believe he goes to Australian public and asks them what they feel about the test match. So I'm looking forward to it because everyone knows that this was a historical win for India and a deserving win because of everything they went through. So, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that subscription button down below, drop a big thumbs up. Now let's do this. Let's go.
Yeah, it's been in another country, you know, players losing family members.
That's
you
right,
know,
yeah.
So, you know, and a ridiculous amount of injuries before games, during games. It was like seriously against them. I think as Aussies, people, we always appreciate and respect.
It was a depleted team, no captain. It was like I don't know how they did it, but it was some sort of team magic and belief. It was just the best.
But for India deserved it. They really deserved it. It was good luck. We lost, but it was great to watch the Indians play, especially the young blokes. Like, it just shows the depth of Indian cricket.
After the first test, how they bounced back and what they've been through and the amount of injuries they had, I just thought it was really probably one of the greatest, most courageous sort of sporting achievements in not just cricket but in all of sport. I really was sort of impressed by the Indians.
Hi, it's Norman Koshnak here. I'm actually in Coogee, Sydney, Australia, and I'm actually talking to people who are walking past regarding the impact of the Australia-India series and the way that India has actually, quite frankly, knocked it over pretty easily. And just seeing the reaction, I've actually got Rob here. Come on, show you, Rob. How are you, Rob?
Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your thoughts on this whole series? How do you feel about it?
Oh, as a spectacle, it was an amazing series, and to be honest, I actually found myself in the tail end of that final test match, sort of almost cheering the Indians on. I was actually, throughout, I just thought it was, after the first...
That's Australian right there. That's a true Australian, guys. Not a racist. That's the true Australian I'm talking to you guys about, okay? That's us. That's us. That's what we're like.
Test how they bounced back and what they've been through and the amount of injuries they had, I just thought it was really probably one of the greatest, most courageous sort of sporting achievements in not just cricket but in all of sport. I really was sort of impressed by the Indians.
That's amazing. I mean, that's an incredible thought. That, I mean, how an Australian like Rob here has actually taken it on and embraced it based on the courage that you saw.
Well, they did it with class as well.
Yeah.
They were like, you know, it's not always the case in cricket, especially when the Aussies are involved and all that. I don't know if that was partly because Kohli wasn't here. It might have helped. But, just to lose the amount of players that they did in the class that they had, and then just to, you know, do it the way they did. Every test match was exciting. And Australia, you know, they supposedly great attack. But you know, maybe not as good as they thought they were, or the Indians are just better than we thought they were.
Exactly.
But I think it was just, I think and a lot of people I've spoken to, just sort of everyone was just in awe of, you know, what the Indians achieved. So, there you go.
I really appreciate it, Robert. I mean, I've been following the series all the way through, and I felt very much like you. I felt that I was on the Indian side, effectively, because it just seemed to me they were the underdogs. They lost so many players.
Yeah.
And to keep coming at Australia like they did and not back down, no fear factor, was commendable to me.
Yeah, being in another country, you know, players losing family members.
That's
you
right,
know,
like Siraj, yeah.
Siraj, you know, and a ridiculous amount of injuries before games, during games. It was like seriously against them. I think as Aussies, people, we always appreciate and respect, you know, underdogs. And
we do. See, let me pause it right there. That's a thing of beauty with Australians in sport. We love the underdogs, and that was one of the reasons why I grew up always supporting the underdog, yeah? And a lot of my sporting teams now are underdogs, always underdogs, because it's so special when you beat those top dogs, yeah? When you beat the people that are so-called better than you, yeah? Mm-hmm. And I think that's why Australians appreciated the Indians beating the Aussies so much, because the Aussies were so full of themselves, yeah? They were just like they were on their high pedestal, yeah? Mm-hmm. Like, well, this is going to be easy, we're playing against kids and things like that. And I think that's why Australians in general, they were on the Indian side. And that's not very often where the public is not against their country in sport, but going and supporting the other team against themselves, yeah? Which is, it's special in a sense.
Job well done, they were too good.
That's amazing. It's almost like we've turned the table somewhat. The Indians are the Australians and the Australians are the Indians in a way. No, it was fantastic. Really appreciate your time, Rob. And so that was great. This is Norman Kosek on Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kosek. I really appreciate Rob being really a typically Australian reaction to this whole event. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Nice.
Thank you.
So, do you want to tell us your thoughts about the Test series, especially India and Australia, how they played?
Well, mate, I thought it was fantastic. But I didn't think Australia were going to lose like that. I thought, wow, how the hell did India pull that off? I thought, man, no way could they do that. I thought, I got up in the morning, I thought Australia big chance.
This is on the fifth day, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe they'd hold on India, but I thought we'd win, you know.
Yeah.
Next minute. No.
That's Aussie right there.
But I thought India deserved it. They really deserved it.
That's
Every time I thought we lost, I thought, wow,
He wants to add some swear words in there, but he's too...
lucked in, you know.
Yeah, that was incredible, wasn't it?
It really was well done.
They had to get 245 in the last two sessions, which nobody would normally get in a full day, especially on the fifth day.
You know, I'm watching it thinking, you're torn, you're thinking, man, this can't be happening, but at the same time, respect.
In test matches normally doesn't happen, yeah, but in what you got to realise is I think they treated it like it was a 50 over or a 20-20 match, yeah, so they needed to fight quickly, yeah, to treat it like they need to rush, yeah, they need to score quickly. And I think that's what worked in their favour, because that, like he was saying, usually that doesn't happen. I mean, back in the day, I used to see Australia get like 345, 370 in one day, and everyone's like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of runs. But I'm talking about the Ricky Ponting days and Hayden and things like that. You guys will know. But it was, like you were saying, it was very impressive.
And, you know, it wasn't their best team either.
No.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, like, that's really next level. So, good luck to them. I thought, what can I say? I'm disappointed though. I thought, oh.
Well, as an Australian, disappointed, but in terms of the spectacle, it was great to see you win on.
Now India, man, I thought, wow. I didn't want to lose like I heard. But you guys did well, you know, like, really well, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Neil. Thanks for your time. It was great. Thanks.
He was honest. He was honest.
He was hurt.
He was hurt.
Hi, it's Norman Kosek for Eyes on Cricket. I've got Brendan here with his young family. You guys are into cricket, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what's your take on this whole test match? India and Australia, how they went and what happened?
Yeah, out of control. Just one of the most entertaining series ever. India, like, amazing. Just off the canvas after the first. Just how they saved the second and how they won that last one at the Gabba. Like,
It's amazing, isn't it?
it's probably one of the best victories ever in Test cricket.
I have to,
Especially the batting, that was so good.
Yeah, the batting
that was so well.
Yeah.
That's a place.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite batter?
besides
I reckon
this.
Washington was pretty good.
Washington Sunday, he was
Yeah.
damn good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was really good.
And he had very little experience, and he was like a professional, wasn't he?
Been there.
Yeah, so
Yeah, come and help.
hello.
We didn't see you there. So just say that again, if you don't mind. Who was your favourite?
I said Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
played really well.
Yeah.
Really confidently as well for the
Yeah, it's quite
English
amazing.
player.
Now, get your father in as well.
Yeah.
Look, you guys, it's so impressive to be able to watch a series. And okay, Australia lost, but it's still had a warm feeling, didn't it?
Yeah.
An amazing result. They didn't
Yeah.
deserve it.
No, it was crazy. Like, and I don't think there's no cricket fan that would be sour about that. It was full respect to India, and like you can imagine what that'd be like at
Yeah.
home, bro.
It's absolutely crazy back there, I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now.
Oh man, like and they deserve it. And
You could just picture them celebrating. We could picture you guys celebrating.
how many years ago was that when Clarkey kind of nailed him at the end?
Almost 10 years.
Okay, now that was just that feeling for Australia. But I think that tops like anything I've seen. Even going back to how England saved like that test. I think this is even better because it was a depleted team, no captain. It was like I don't know how they did it, but it was some sort of team magic and belief. It was just the best.
It certainly was.
Yeah, well done, India.
It will go down in cricket. Yeah, it will go down in cricket history as like one of the most insane test series.
And how
ever.
old are you?
I am 12.
So you're 12 years old. What's your name?
Kai.
Clyde?
Yeah,
Clyde. So
Kai.
here.
No,
So-
Kai. Kai.
Ty as in Ty. Ty here. Ty, it wasn't a Ty, that's for sure, wasn't it? So Ty, you're 12 years of age.
Kai, his name is Kai.
Grandchildren, when you have grandchildren, it's a long way off. You're going to be telling them all about this match, aren't you, as well?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. All the best. Well, thank you. Thanks, Ty. Thanks, Neil. All the best, huh? Thank you very much. And what's your name?
Samantha.
And what maybe hold up a bit higher there. Can you? Okay, I'll get the camera down and we'll get you on camera as well. There you go. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? Tell me what you think. You know, this is to a 1.5 billion Indians who are listening to you now.
But then India. I didn't really watch the cricket.
But who won?
India.
India. You knew that much. That's very important. Thank you for your time. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
So what do you
All
think?
this.
I didn't really watch the
Ken Yardy, an experienced Indian traveller, an Indian cricket player, cricket tragic, probably knows more about cricket than most people I've ever met. I'm going to get his take on the India versus Australian series, in particular the 5th day of the test.
Oh, mate, that was marvellous.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great, and it was good to see the Indians come back from that. Was it
in the
30?
Australian accent. Oh yeah, mate, you was really great. I love it. Why do we have such weird accents?
You lost it. You lost yours.
Yeah, but when I go back to Australia in the future, I'll be like, you go, mate.
6 in Adelaide, and after all the dramas with COVID and
COVID?
you know, they didn't
COVID.
being in hotels and lockdowns and stuff like that. And
I was in the pub while COVID was on.
that was great. We actually stopped work and listened to it in cars, and then went to somebody's place and watched it on TV, and it was excellent. And it's sort of good. Like, we lost, but it was great to watch the Indians play, especially the young blokes. Like, it just shows the depth of Indian cricket.
Who was your favourite? You can name more than one.
Yeah. Look, I've got to say, I reckon it was Washington.
Washington Sunday.
Yeah.
I've heard about Washington in the back in the day in the 2020. I think it was the under 16s or something like that. I do believe.
It's not often you see people like that on debut, and I just hope that he keeps it up.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, he's in the squad for the England series.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this is excellent.
Yeah. No, I thought he played well, and it's always nice to find a guy that I think what was it, 60 odd on debut. How many wickets did he
3
get?
in the first innings.
Yeah. So I got 5 in a match, better than what I usually do. And then
Yeah, well, that's true. I can vouch for that.
I'm still 1 wicket for 2 runs last season, so it's still pretty good for my rare occasions of bowling.
Ken's he loves India. Toured India. How many times have you been to India now?
We toured I've been to Sri Lanka twice, and we did Sri Lanka in 2001. We did a 1-month tour there, and that was gold. That was just cricket magic. And you know, I'd love to do it again, maybe after the lockdown.
as long as I can handle the heat. And I've got to say, I went there in wedding season, which was even better, and I went to 3 Indian weddings, and I've got to say, they are sensational. Everybody should do one. Now, that's enough for guys. All you viewers out there, invite Ken Yardy. I'll make sure he gets the information. You make comments to my video, and I'll make sure that Ken gets invited to all your cricket tournaments in the future. This is Norman Kochnak. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you, Norman. It's been great fun.
Well, stay tuned. We'll see more of Ken and the rest of the people we've interviewed on Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnak.
Okay, so Sri Harsha, I don't think this is his video, but wow. Wow, that just shows you what I say about Australians. You see the second guy where he said, I was heartbroken and I felt like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt so bad, but then I was happy because India deserved it, yeah? Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. That's what Australians, those guys, they're Australians, ladies and gentlemen. Not the racist people. They are Australians right there. Right there. And you see, the man with 2 kids, no racism involved.
No,
racism.
and you can tell because if you're a racist, your children will behave like racist. And and his son, he was positive all the time.
Yep, exactly.
So you can tell that he wasn't.
So a lot of the people that are racist, you have to realize, guys, they get it from their parents or grandparents. Okay?
Exactly, that's
it. Passes down. So to what the best way? What does that tell you, guys? The best way to stop it is for you to set the example for your children.
Exactly. That's
for parents to set the example for their children, okay? Yeah. I mean, my son, our boy Drake, he's got an African friend.
Yeah.
He's got an African friend. He's got a lot of friends from different cultures.
Yeah. Man. And
you know what I mean? There's no racism because he doesn't see it from us.
No, exactly.
And it's going to get passed down to our daughter as well. But like I said, it's so awesome. Gosh, it's so hard to understand Australians. I'm sorry, but we're so...
I had to read the subtitles a few times.
I'm Australian and I was reading subtitles 90% of the time. Honestly, we're so difficult.
I was like, seriously? How did I do it when I was in Australia? I used to understand everything. I think you get used to the accent.
I don't know how you understood me when I first started speaking to you.
I don't know, but I got to a point where I could understand everything. Maybe because I got used to it.
Maybe, quite possibly, yes.
After being there for a while, you get used to it. But
did I used to speak like that?
Yeah, more, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go, guys. That's how I used to talk. Well, fair enough.
Calvin.
COVID. Mate, I reckon when COVID's finished, we're going to go to India and we're going to go to a bit more of their weddings, you know what I mean? I went to Sri Lanka about twice now, 2009. 2009, so thanks for all that at home, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm going to drink me beer and me in the sofa, alright? Anyway, guys, I see, look, I'm giving crap to my own people. I'm giving crap to my own people. That's just what Australians do. There's no racism. And the people that are racist, they're not Australian. They're not Australian.
Or maybe they old. Old people, basically, most of the racist people are old because they
I don't think these fellas were old. I think they were drunk. Yeah, they were drunk. They were drunk. And with a lot of people, when they're drunk, you know, a lot of people can't handle their alcohol at all.
Yep.
Whereas, you know, there's some people that when they're drunk, they're very friendly. And there's other people that when they're drunk,
Yep.
I don't understand how, you know, it's a stinking hot day why you should be allowed to sell alcohol, because heat and alcohol and sitting for a long time drinking, not a good mixture.
No.
Not a good mixture. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video for each and every single one of you. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yeah.
I did. I enjoyed it a lot. Drop a big thumbs up if you did, as well as hitting that subscription button down below. Remember, stay safe, be kind to one another, but most importantly,
be happy.
Exactly.
Bye.
Thanks.